What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're taking another look at Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, this time focusing on the improvements and some of the stuff that they've done to the base game. Now, if you have not seen my first video on the matter, I talked about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition Future Connected, which is the brand new story epilogue for the game. Make sure you check out the link in the description below. It goes over the combat system and what they're changing up from the base game. But for newcomers that want to see if you want to get into Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, this is the video for you. So we're going to be talking about the combat, the UI changes, some improvements, no spoilers whatsoever. So if you're sensitive to spoilers, don't worry about that. This is all early footage and footage that's not really going to be spoilerish at all. So with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the content. All right, we're starting off here on the Bionis leg, and we have a little bit of a main mission to do here.
You all right, kid? Who are you? That can wait. Go! Get out of here. Leave these guys to us. Okay.
All right, so this kid's gonna split.
Let's do this. Ready when you are.
And you got Shulk and his best friend Rhyme ready to bop some of these Ardens. So the cool thing about Xenoblade, if you've never played the game, is that you want to make sure that you position yourself in the right area. You see that little blue exclamation mark that pops up? That's a new addition to the game. When you're in the right position on an enemy, you can kind of shift yourself over there and activate that art or that skill, and that actually gives you a boost when you do so. So you want to make sure that you look out for that and activate those arts when you're right in the right range. So once again, just nice visual cue. The original game did not have that. Now we're going to continue on with this battle here. Just kind of show off more of it. As you can see, once again, that blue mark. And you can also know when you have a chain attack ready as well. Nice little indication here. And chain attacks lets you string together a lot of different skills to build up big damage. So I do like that about this game. It's always been one of the more satisfying things to pull off huge damage chain attacks and finish off a boss or a side boss or even just regular enemies. So we've picked up a new party member here. Her name is Sharla. And we're fighting some of these mechons that you just find out in the fields. As you can see here, the battle screen and what's going on in Xenoblade is massive. Like, it's just pretty much open world, all right? You can just head right into battles. There's no transition. There's no awkward moment where there's stoppage. It just goes right into the battle. So it's one of the things that I really love about the game, and probably one of the best things was that they actually make it to where you can attack and move at the same time. I love that about this game. Now we're heading into a little bit of a boss battle here, guys. And the boss battles, of course, you're going to have to kind of think a little bit differently, because we are going to see something here with one of the Monados and how you have to utilize the Monado for strategic combat to make sure that your party members do not die. So once again, if you're new to the combat in Xenoblade or never played the game, this is one of the really cool and unique aspects about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition that wasn't in previous Xenoblade games or other Xenoblade games. Alright, got some nice combat here. Shulk getting into position, as you can see, move into position and then use the air slash there. And like I said, it's like an ATB. As you continue fighting and gaining affinity, your arts will recharge, and then you can use them again. And here's what I was talking about using the Monado. Shulk can see the future, and that fire shot is going to do quite a bit of damage. So you could actually activate a Monado to help out and kind of change the future, which is a very unique thing. As you saw there, we activated shield right before, so that fire blast would be nullified. So pretty good. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention is that Nintendo said that this area in the original game, obviously there were some performance issues. No more performance issues here. And another thing, on top of performance issues that have been cleared up, UI and Colony 6, like the reconstruction, this was a pain in the butt when it comes down to things, and it's been fixed up. You have a better overview map here. You have actual exclamation marks that show you where you need to go to get things. Now, there are some restrictions in terms of it compared to what it was before, but overall, it's just much better, much cleaner. UI's so much better to navigate and to find what you need to rebuild this Colony 6, because the original was tough. Now for this last part here, before we get to the frequently asked questions, we're going to go over a little bit of new content in the game. We've got Ricky here, and they've got this Nopon's got something cool that that they're wearing that you might not notice normally if you've played the game. This is something that's brand new. Some nice armor there, and it looks pretty crazy, right? So we're gonna go ahead and head into the inventory here and check out what's going on. As you can see, this is brand new to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, and that looks pretty crazy. When I first saw it, I was like, wow, look at that. So brand new armor pieces, and there might be some more. There might be some more for the characters as well, but it looks great. Love the render, love the design, and definitely something that I'm going to try out once I get my hands on the game. Of course, May 29th. And remember, you can also equip whatever armor pieces you want, but if you don't want it to actually show, you can get the benefits of it, but it not actually show. So if you don't like the armor piece, but you want the benefits of it, you have that option in this game too, because some of the armor pieces just look absolutely ridiculous. So, you know, you don't want to actually show that, but you want those benefits. Now we're going to go ahead and get into some frequently asked questions that I get on my live stream, and questions that I answered just recently too, and that is the portable mode. That has been one of the biggest things that people talk about with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, because Xenoblade Chronicles 2 definitely had a little bit of issues with the resolution and portable mode, and while Nintendo did not give me frame rate or resolution with my virtual demo here, I did ask about, like, okay, well, how is the portable mode? And they did tell me that he hasn't played it too much, but he says that he doesn't really see too many problems with it. However, there are some people who are playing the game, apparently, when it comes to reviewers, and they've talked about portable mode maybe being a little bit blurry, but to me, maybe it might be the performance of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country, which wasn't too bad in my opinion. So let's go over some of the other things that people have talked about as well when it comes to like graphics and the gameplay, smoothness and play and everything. From what I've seen, it plays very smooth. I didn't really see any frame rate drops or hiccups or any problems that maybe we saw at the launch of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So it does seem like things have been smoothed out quite a bit. They are, from what I understand, running on the upgraded engine, the Torna engine for this game here, but they did not necessarily completely remake every single aspect of the game. So from what I know, what they told me, that they definitely remade a lot of different stuff, added geometry, added brand new things that were not there graphically. The game's going to look a lot better. They remade the models for Shulk and all of his friends. They've redone quite a bit of stuff, but other stuff is more of just, okay, they brought that over and up-resed as well. So there's a lot of new stuff, a lot of new geometry, a lot of new pieces, a lot of things that they built particularly for this game. But there's also other stuff that's just been brought over and up-resed as well. Now, I did also want to talk about another thing that people discussed. What should you play first? Should you play Future Connected first, or should you play the main game first? And I've always said this, like, look, if you've beat Xenoblade a million times, you might want to just head into Future Connected, right? You might just want to head into that and beat that, because it takes place 1 year after the events of the base game. So if you've already beat it multiple times, I guess there's no point in holding off. But if you have not played Xenoblade Chronicles, or if you've played it but not beat the game, or if you're unsure what happens, definitely make sure that you play Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition first before you jump into Future Connected, so you're not confused and everything like that. So that's probably the best option to do. Another question that I get asked quite a bit is if there is any type of motion controls or anything like that, and no, there are no motion controls in the game. No motion controls in the game, and from what I understand, there isn't any extravagant use of HD rumble either. At least I asked the question, he said that he's not sure. There is rumble, but I'm not so sure if there's any extravagant use of HD rumble, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit closer. Maybe some of the reviewers that have the game, they can kind of let us know about that. But overall, my virtual demo of the game was absolutely amazing. I had a ton of fun kind of going through, and this preview was really cool to put together. So I want to once again thank Nintendo for the opportunity to get the virtual demo and to kind of see it and talk about the game. In terms of what I'm most excited about, because this is something that I actually get asked quite a bit in terms of it, because like I beat this game so many times, right? So how much more can I be excited for? But I think all of like the UI improvements and upgrades and enhancements and just the look of the game, I like the art and I like the tone a lot more. So it's just going to be fun going through it again. There's so many aspects of this game that's been improved and have been updated, but I also think that I'm really excited to get into Future Connected. That's also something that I think is awesome that they did, because they really didn't have to do that, right? We've seen Nintendo bring over some games and they don't really add too much new content, but this is brand new that they wanted to expand upon the story. So I'm interested to see where that kind of leads to and what that does for the Xenoblade franchise. So I'm excited for pretty much everything when it comes down to this game. But yeah, the improvements really good, the art style change really good, with the character models completely new, brand new models in there, and also with the future connected, that stuff got me really excited to play through this game. So what are you guys' thoughts on this preview here? Are there any other questions that you guys have? I'd love to hear them in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the link in the description. We've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all the latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.